Hey there, I am back and I'm super excited for our next video. We are talking about the eyes, the windows to the soul. This time around, we're talking about how to apply eyeshadow to hooded eyes. Let's get started. For those of you who already know you have a hooded eye, you're no stranger to this. For those of you who might be thinking, I'm not too sure, let's get a little close-up and demonstration of what a hooded eye is. So this is your eyelid right here. This is the top layer of skin that kind of droops over, creating that hooded eye look. Do you see it causes that crease? That makes it super tricky when you're applying eyeshadow. Today I'm going to be showing you the do's and the don'ts when it comes to applying eyeshadow to hooded eyes, but I'm going to first start with adding primer to both my eyes. That way you get a good... Now, most of you have likely seen some tutorials when it comes to eye makeup and how to apply eyeshadow, and you've likely seen a lot of celebrities with this great eyeshadow all the way across their eyes and thinking, wow, when I do that to my eyes, it doesn't look the same, likely because that celebrity doesn't have a hooded eye. We're going to use the same colors for both eyes. I'm going to start with the don't eye. This is typically what you will see when it comes to tutorials and how some celebrities apply their makeup. All right, most tutorials tell you to apply the first shade. This is your blending shade right in the crease. That's going to be my brow bone. This is where the crease is of your eye. For hooded eyes, you don't want to apply it inside the crease. Instead, I'm going to show you what you should be doing. This is where you apply that first blending color. I'm going to go above the crease and go actually onto the brow bone. That's going to give me a good establishment of my first color. As you can see, when I open my eyes, you can't really see too much of that color. That creates the effect where your hooded eye looks worse than what it actually is. I'm going to start here on the outside corner of my eye. I'm going to work all the way up till I feel the bone, the brow bone right here, and I'm going to apply my first color to that brow bone right on top. So this is going to be right above the crease, which is the opposite of what I just did on my don't eye. This is what you should be doing. And unlike my don't eye, how they have you blend in the color all the way down, you don't want to do that when it comes to hooded eyes. You want to keep this area as bright as possible because that's going to give the illusion that your eye is a lot rounder and wider. So instead of going down, I'm going to take this color and I'm going to blend it straight out towards my nose. And I will stop short of the end of my eyebrow. If you get a little bit of color right here, don't worry, we're going to fix that in a little bit. As you can see from my don't eye, when I open my eye, you can't really see the color I just applied. When you look at the eye that you should be following when it comes to hooded eye, you see how I went above the crease and you actually see the color and it pops, doesn't it? So I'm going to add a second color because this one I feel just gives it that extra kick. This one I'm going to put right here, starting in the corner. This is a little bit darker. That first color you just saw was more of a pinkish hue. This is more of a mauve. I'm applying it to that same corner and I'm going to build it up just as I did the first time. All the way up to my brow bone. And I'm going to pull it across. Just halfway and then I'm going to stop. This is also a big don't, and I typically see when it comes to tutorials as well, they add the color all the way across the eyelid. You should never do that when you have a hooded eye, and this is why.
The sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun.
When my eye is closed, it looks great, doesn't it? It looks really nice. When it's open, you don't see very much of the top color, and all of the darkness is actually making my eye look more hooded. You don't want to do that. You want it to look more open. So when it comes to hooded eyes, your dark colors should only be on the outer corner of your eye. We're going to start here, and we're going to pull it up to the brow bone again. You never want to pull your makeup down. You want to pull it up. See how different that looks from this side where the entire eye is covered. This eye where only the dark portion is on the outer corner. If you want a little bit more dramatic look, just make it a little bit darker right here in the corner. And make sure to blend it up. Never blend down. I start here and I move my way up. Okay, another don't when it comes to hooded eye. Do not add your dark color all the way across. Let me show you why. Same concept if you're using eyeliner. Never drag your eyeliner all the way to the middle, especially your dark liner, if you have hooded eyes. All it's going to do is make your eye look even smaller. This is what I do. I'm going to use the same color I used here. Same color I used here. I'm going to start here though and stop right when my pupil starts. This portion of your eye is where you can use the darker shades. This portion, lighter shades right towards the corner. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to marry it right here, blend it in to that color back here, and again, I'm pulling it up. All right, so let's pop our eyes a little bit more. I'm going to get my concealer again, or your primer. Just a little bit, and I'm going to put it right over my pupil. I'm going to use my finger now and just blend it in, smash it in. I don't want to go too high because I don't want to take off this color that I already applied, right? I'm just going right here. I'm going to tuck it into my corner right there. Now I'm going to add some shimmer. And this is going to add that extra pop. If you don't have time for this, it's fine. Just, apply the shimmer first. You don't always have to apply that concealer. I'm going to put it right where my concealer was. This is just going to hold that color in place. That's the purpose of that concealer or your primer.
Show off your fantasy reality. Whoa.
And then let's take a look at both eyes. Let's do a quick little recap before we move on. This is the do eye. This is the don't eye. When it comes to hooded eyes, you want to apply the first color above the crease that is actually on the brow bone versus inside the crease area. Also, as you can see, I'm dividing my eye here. The outer third of your eye is where you're allowed to play with the darker colors, but you pull it up. Pull it up. Do not round your eye down. Also, this portion of the eyes you can see right here is where I want to add my bright color. A little bit of shimmer, maybe just if you don't want anything that has sparkles, maybe just a matte, that's fine, same concept, but this is where your lighter shade is going to be. On your don't eye, this is what you should not be doing if you had a hooded eye. As you can see, we went all the way in the crease, we rounded it all the way down, that drew my eye down, closed it more, and this section, the portion of your eye that gives the effect of a hooded eye is looking a lot thicker and a lot droopier, isn't it? Also, never put your dark eyeshadow or eyeliner all the way across underneath your eye when you have a hooded eye. This will make your eye look a lot smaller. Your do's and your don'ts. A lot of people like to add a little shimmer right underneath their eyebrow, and that's fine. There's a do and a don't for that as well. So this is what you don't do. Whenever you have a hooded eye, do not add shimmer all the way across. This is just going to give that extra layer of skin that causes that hooded eye effect to stand out even more. Don't do that. Do right here in the corner, right where your eyebrow peaks. You also want to add a little bit here. All right, let's get to our eyeliner. A big don't with hooded eyes, do not make one big thick line of liner all the way across your eye. After I've added that thick liner, you can see how much more closed my eye now looks because I do have a hooded eye. The other problem this is going to create is that when things get a little greasy up in here, and it's going to happen from time to time, this now is going to transfer up to that layer of skin that creates the hooded eye effect, and you're going to have a black line, or at least a gray line right up here, and I don't like that look. I don't think you do either, right? That's how you should apply eyeliner to a hooded eye. I'm going to use the same concept I've been using with the rest of my eyeshadow, the rest of my colors. The darker area, I can have a little bit thicker line. The lighter portion of my eyelid, it's going to be a very thin line. All right, there we go. There's the do's and the don'ts when it comes to eyeliners. You can see from the don't eye, all you can see is that thick strip of eyeliner because the layer of the hooded eye is actually going to eliminate any portion of the eyelid that I actually applied color to. The other eyes, you can see it's a lot brighter, a lot more open, and you could see I'm still winging it out and I'm pulling it up. Little liner right here in the middle, and I'm pulling it up. Also do's and don'ts when adding eyelashes. Before I add the eyelashes though, let's put some mascara on. So if this is where you want to stop your makeup routine, it's fine to just add mascara to your eyelashes. As you can see, this eye already appears brighter and more open than this eye. For those of you who want to add eyelashes, here's what you need to know. So one of the best eyelashes to use when you have hooded eyes are the ones that have smaller lashes on the outside and the inside corners and longer right in the middle. That's going to give your illusion that your eye is a lot bigger than what it is and it doesn't droop down. You don't want to cause your eye to droop anymore with either your makeup or your eyelashes. If you don't have these lashes and you choose some other lashes, make sure to cut them shorter than what you typically would use. The reason why is when you extend your lash all the way down to here, it's going to cause the drooping effect. I typically stop my eyelashes right here. It doesn't go all the way down to the end of my actual lash line. Let me show you. All right, so here we go. The do's and the don'ts of applying eyelashes. Let's break it down. As you can see, this eyelash I did not trim. I allowed it to extend all the way down here, and it has now caused my eye to droop down. This eyelash I did trim down. I trimmed it shorter. I stopped it right here, but I also trimmed out the corner piece, and this piece was already shorter. As you can see, it's shorter on the outsides and longer on the inside, and that's going to give my eye the illusion that it's a lot bigger than what it is, and we are eliminating that hooded eye effect. So there you have it, the do's and the don'ts when it comes to applying makeup to hooded eyes. I hope this helps you out. I'm also going to list all of the products that I used below this video. If you have any comments or questions, go ahead and comment below. Also remember, like and subscribe so you can follow my next video. Until then, be fierce and be fearless.